Welcome to Affiliate Dustin House, spreading that good word about affiliate marketing. You're going to find me every Tuesday and Thursday here at 12:15 Pacific time on LinkedIn Live. So please put it on the calendar and be here. Hang out with us and my guest and stop on by and talk affiliates. My nerd guest of the day, president over at AIM, Charlie Calabrese. Welcome to the Nerdatorium, Charlie.
Thanks for the invite, Dustin. I love that term. Nerdatorium. You got to copyright that, man.
Well, I mean, you got to make up words in this industry to make any headway, and hopefully,
Fact.
and hopefully it'll be popularized here in a couple of years.
Love it. Yeah,
But we'll see what happens. Today we've got live Q&A, just as always. If you'd like to ask any questions of me and Charlie, please jump into the chat. If you would like to be in Charlie's seat, go to dustinhouse.com/nerd and drop that application. I would love to nerd out with you. So please let me know what you want to nerd out about. And today's question of the day: what's your favorite AI tool in 2024 that you're utilizing in the affiliate realm? Me and Charlie are going to nerd out about some AI tools that he's utilizing and AI in general, what it means to the industry. So drop in that question, answer that question. So without further ado here, Charlie, who are you?
Well, it's nice to meet you, Dustin. So, like you already said, my name is Charlie Calabrese. I've been an affiliate for going on 20 years. I've been on the network side. I've been on the publisher side. I've been on the advertiser side, and now I'm on the agency side. Super excited about that. Prior to my arrival here at AIM, I spent the better part of 13 years at PartnerEyes. I love this industry. I love all the ways that this industry gets utilized, because it does get utilized in about a million different ways. I didn't know affiliate existed 20 years ago. It was like oh my God, it all makes sense now. This is where all those sites come from, and this is the reason people talk this way online. It was eye-opening, and I just sort of fell in love with it. So here I am.
Yeah, that's an interesting like revelation that I never even thought about. Like up until that point, I got my first job at CJ. Like
Sure.
I thought people were just being honest, like telling people what they thought, and like
yeah, and then you realize, oh wait, they're getting paid for that. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
And then I was in fraud prevention. I'm like, these guys get paid a lot of money. This is
yeah, this is amazing, right? Yeah, I was in programmatic in digital before this, and it was just really eye opening that you didn't need to be in ESPN.com to promote something. You know what I mean? Like you didn't need 50 million monthly users to be making a couple bucks here and there, and it can be sort of it can be a side hustle at times, and it's been amazing to sort of watch some of these sort of side hustle businesses grow into huge media organizations. I mean, if you go way back, one of my favorites is the Points guy.
Points guy.
So he's just a nerd who's like, you should totally use this card for this and use that for that, and then you can take a free trip to Japan, and then you can get first classes. Guy's like a media company now, right?
Yeah.
Like it's amazing how people have sort of developed over the years. But yeah, this business is eye-opening, that's for sure.
Yeah, that is a very wild story. I remember watching him on stage at ASW maybe like 5+ years ago, and
Sure.
Just telling his story was the best of them all happen organically like that. I feel like if you're trying to force your methodology and figure it out that way, like
it's a challenge. It's a challenge, man.
But being passionate about something is such an easier route to success, I feel like.
Yeah, totally. And it's interesting how, like, once you leave the States, like if you go into Europe or you go into Asia, you see how those cultures have adopted it in so many different ways
Hmm.
too. And it's different, it's totally different than the way we think about affiliate, right? But it's really cool to just see how these people have utilized what we think of as affiliate and sort of performance marketing, and
Mhm.
grown up and been able to really make a living at it. It's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And blown away. Every ASW, something new's coming up, something fresh, something big to take away,
Yeah.
which I'm really excited about in the next couple of weeks to finally get
Same.
back to ASW. And so, uh, you know, tell us about all inclusive marketing. I
Sure.
had Sarah Bunny on a couple of weeks ago, but or maybe it's been a month plus. But what do you guys do and who are you serving here?
Sure, and Sarah is the originator, right? She's the founder, CEO here at AIM, and she built this place from the ground up 15 years ago. So, what we want to do is we want to be that client, that company who's really just helping a client grow, whether it's from the ground up or really reinventing themselves. We have focuses. I think all agencies do these days. We
Hmm.
focus a lot on B2B. We focus a fair bit on sort of that retail and apparel sector. We've seen a lot of growth in travel. Um, you know, End of the day, what we're trying to do is just be the people that you come to, and we can provide you with that clarity, and there's intent behind what we're doing, right? Like, we know what we're doing. Our team are very experienced individuals, and thankful to say I'm excited to be a part of it, right? I've only been here going on 5 months, and it's amazing the things I've learned from the people who have been doing this as long as they have.
For sure. And uh why aim? Like you got 13 years under
Yeah,
partner,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
all of a sudden you're going from a major network to an agency and at the
yeah.
at the top of the food chain. Like that is a very interesting and rarely seen kind of move.
Yeah, and look, I should really, I can do nothing but praise the folks at Partnerize. I did not leave for bad reasons.
Mm,
They are amazing folks. They have great tools. I'm a big supporter of what they do and the way that they do it. I just been there 13 years, right? I was the first non-founder. I was the first US employee. Our US address was my house for the better part of 2 years, right?
mm,
And I got to do everything there. I got to be part of the operational team. I got to be part of the sales team, part of the marketing team. I ran some of our bigger accounts. I really got to learn everything that I could ever want to learn at that wonderful place. And
mhm.
it just became time to sort of take on new opportunity. Right. And I happened to be on a phone call with Sarah, and she told me she was looking for somebody to maybe step into a more full-time role as she was starting to step back a little bit. Um, 6 interviews later,
Sure.
um, here I am. I was very serious when I was talking. I'm like, look, I really want to meet everyone that I'll be working with. I want
Okay.
to meet sort of that senior layer and some of the folks below them, just so that I can make sure it's a good fit. Because what I will say is, Partnerize was home to me, and there were people there that I consider family. I still consider them family. So it was making a big jump. It's like you said, it's a big change, but it's sort of the new opportunities. And I said it to you earlier, when we were speaking briefly beforehand. At Partnerize, we were building tools, and
Mhm.
I'm a nerd, right?
Yeah.
Before this interview, I was a nerd. I have a degree in computer engineering. I loved building those tools and making things better. And moving over to the agency side, it's become very much about relationships and
Okay.
who you know, and how you facilitate for them. And I think that's where I wanted to be. And this was just like the golden opportunity. I mean, Sarah and the team at AIM have been so generous to me about sort of welcoming me with open arms. It's just been it's been a wonderful experience.
Right, and you developed an incredible skill set of organization working at a network, like it is yours, to where you can come in and really hone in on maximizing the value of that. New eyes on an agency is something that even the
I,
best out
I,
there need, right?
I think that's a fair commentary too, and that's to take nothing away from AIM, but they've been operating for 15 years
Hmm.
without sort of an outsider's view. So
Right.
I am able to come in and say, "Hey, why do we do things that not that it's wrong, but like why do we do things this way or why don't we do it that way?" Or like how come we don't use this tool or just and that's been sort of eye-opening to me, but it's also been eye-opening to the folks at AIM who were there before me. It's been this really nice sort of mesh of new and old thought.
Yeah. And that transitions well into like my next questioning. Like, you guys, in general, AIM, I've seen you guys like tearing up retail in the past,
Ah, you're
and
kind. Yeah,
uh,
thank you.
like you guys have done wonderful work in that space, but I've seen a real strong transition into attacking this B2B market that you guys are really going in after us hard and strong. And it's the
Yeah,
industry
yeah.
I'm in as well. Like, all of my clients are in the B2B space, but like,
Gotcha. Okay.
why do you guys what caused that real transition into like advertising more of that? It's just the
You
open
know,
market, I would
yeah,
assume.
no, no. Look, I'd love to say we were forward thinkers and we just knew and just, but that's not 100% true. Look, we were heavily invested in retail and travel, right?
Mhm.
That was our business 5 and 6 years ago, and then COVID hit,
Yeah.
right? And half of the business sort of goes out the window because nobody knows what travel's going to look like, right?
Right.
And how many programs paused, right? Like something you just don't do, and you don't pause a program, right? Like that's so we had to sort of pivot, right? And friends of the organization were kind enough to make some introductions into that B2B space, and the team grew and we gained new knowledge, and it was a learning curve for both us and our clients, but we've learned the value that we can bring to B2B, and I think it's an underserved market. But I can also say I've been doing this a long time. B2B is not easy, right? Like I like some people will say it's easy to convince somebody to buy something and get cash back, right? Or to do a review of something. It's not quite the same in B2B. It's a much longer sales cycle in most cases, right? It is a tougher sale. Um, but we've had some good luck. So we're going to keep running with it and keep serving that, what I think is a relatively underserved market.
100% agree on you, and it totally underserved, especially in the sense of like good affiliates out there. Like, I'm
Yeah,
turning
man.
DrHowlands.com into SaaS reviews at this point because it's a lucrative spot to be in
Sure it
as
is.
an affiliate,
Yep.
because there's just not enough of me out there that are doing SaaS reviews on
Yep.
a holistic
Well,
viewpoint.
and the folks who sort of are doing it are the giant, like the G2s of the world,
Yeah,
right? The
yeah.
like and that's great, but people are also interested in some of the slightly more like hands-on feedback. Like, hey, I actually used it. Here's what I saw. Here's why it works. Here's why it doesn't work, right? Those giant companies that are doing those sort of SaaS reviews, that you don't really know who's giving you that feedback.
For sure. And you don't even know if they're business owners, which is like,
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
business owner. I'm giving you legitimate, like honest reviews on the product
Yeah.
that I am using, or at least somebody gifted me to go take a review and a look at, right?
Sure, sure, sure.
And with the expansion of AI and what it is today, like you never know what kind of uh, you know, generated garbage
too
that you're gonna
too
get
true, man. Too
today.
too true. I was listening to the radio this morning when I was going to get coffee, and they were talking about these these two lawyers who were getting fines. They each got fined like 5 grand
Oh.
because they submitted briefs to the judge that were completely written by AI, right? So, so
Whoops.
look, AI is only as smart as you sort of feed the data into it, right? So they were like, go write me a brief about this thing. And then AI didn't have anything. So it made up false court cases. It just started
Yeah.
the blah, blah, blah versus Kentucky. None of them were real. So the judge had to like go look those things up. And the judge is like, this is nonsense. These things don't exist. I scanned this in and it said, this was not most likely not written by a human. I'm fining you both $5,000 each or whatever it was. Like, AI is not something you should trust, man. It's going to lead to you getting fined at some point. That's for sure.
Oh, geez, what a ballsy move from the lawyers. Like, as if you're not getting paid enough to like do research. And read,
Yeah. You're getting paid $500 an hour. You know what? ChatGPT's got this.
Yeah,
It's cool.
good enough.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get martini. Like, I'm good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me about so our topic of the day is breaking through the affiliate glass ceiling. Like, you
Yeah.
brought this topic up. I know you're super nerd on like statistics of the industry and everything. Tell me about what the affiliate glass ceiling looks like to you.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I've been doing this 15 years. Like, in the that I really dug deep in, and my perspective is affiliate. If you read all the surveys and the PMA put out some really interesting data for North America. Affiliate represents $17 billion. And look, those are huge numbers, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to even contemplate what a billion is, let alone 17 billion, right? But digital marketing, if globally we're 17 billion, digital marketing is 600 billion, which means we're less than 3% of digital marketing. And it just doesn't make sense to me, right? Why are we not growing at a ridiculous pace? Why didn't we saw it during COVID? We saw this massive growth during COVID, but why hasn't it continued? Why wasn't it faster before that? It's so confusing to me that we sort of have hit our and again I called it a glass ceiling, but why have we hit this top growth number and we still are only 3%? And they're saying we'll grow 10% year on year on year, which is great. So we're 30 billion by 2027. That's a great number, but it's
Mhm.
still going to be less than 3%. So how do we bring more money in to affiliate, right? Or how do we convince people to spend more money in affiliate? And that's that ceiling that I really want to break through. And I think we as an industry need to consider what are the things that we need to be doing to make that happen. So that's where I'm at with this.
Okay. And education has to be first and foremost, like
Oh,
where
yes, totally agree.
where we need to educate the brands to be involved in this. And then another big thought that comes to my mind is, uh, we should be getting more attribution than we're actually getting throughout the other channels,
Yeah,
essentially
yeah,
stealing from us.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. I mean, how many times do you hear from a brand, actually, I got a 20% of those transactions I got to reject because we're attributing them to our newsletter or to our social
Mhm.
media or to our search, right? Attribution's always been a big deal in this channel. And I do think we are underserved in terms of what we're actually putting out there. We are driving more than people think, but you know, end of the day, we'd have to grow an awful lot to really make that impact. And it's like you say, it's the education. How do we convince people? Well, we help improve your search, or we help improve your social. I read a statistic not that long ago. Again, nerd.
Mhm.
Um, you know, before someone makes a purchase, they see a product about 20 times.
Okay.
right? So you see it on your social media, and then maybe you search for a generic, right? And then you eventually do some more searching, you find something that's specific, and then you start chasing a brand, but you don't buy, and you come back to it later, or it pops up. Affiliate is a piece of that journey throughout, but we all think about it as last touch attribution.
Hmm.
And we're if you step back and you really look at the data, we're helping lift along the way every time. You talk about the B2B side where it's, hey, let's talk about software in some way, shape, or form, the SaaS play, right? Even if people don't make the purchase when they read your review, you're promoting something so that they'll go look and find more reviews. We're a piece of that chain. And ultimately, I think affiliate is more than one piece. We come up time and time again as people search.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just have to be lucky enough to get that last click or whatever click it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
send to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
affiliate channel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting concept about like the B2B space. Today, like I went to a party on New Year's Eve and there's a whole bunch of pickleball players, and my phone was in my
Okay.
pocket, Siri's listening uh, the whole time. And then I'm getting targeted on Instagram about all these pickleball items because I was talking
Okay.
pickleball the whole
Okay.
time, right? And
Right.
and
Right.
even like my dog, we were talking about my dog in a couple of conversations, and like I'm getting targeted with these Boston Terrier ads. Like I know you're listening, but like if I were to go to Affiliate Summit and talk nothing about B2B, I'm not getting targeted in that same sense, right?
It's
Like
fair. It's fair. Yeah.
we're,
Yeah.
we're behind the times in the B2B space, and that's something that in the next 5 years is going to grow exponentially
I
in my
agree.
mind.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And look, you know, the things that you're describing are the reason B2B will catch up, right?
Yeah,
And it's because your phone is listening.
yeah.
Alexa in my living room is listening, right? As and look, I don't know where AI is going. I'm not going to pretend to be that expert, right? Today AI seems to be a lot about content. But to assume that AI won't go into retargeting or
Oh, for
remarketing,
sure.
it's crazy. Of course it's going to, right? So you're going to see more and more of those things that you talk about, that you hear about, that you engage with. You're just going to see it in different ways.
100%. It's coming. Like it's getting more dynamic by the day, and
Oh yeah.
uh,
Oh yeah, man.
I embrace it. I'm okay with being targeted by the marketing. It makes it more convenient for me to be a
Me
consumer.
too. Yeah, look, I like when the phone sends me that thing I forgot that I was talking about, right?
Mm,
Like I have no problem with that, but I also appreciate people wanting their privacy, right? And
sure.
you should always be able to opt out or turn off, and I think we're seeing those things coming in the next year, especially with some of the changes that are happening to browsers and the ITP stuff that's happening today, and it's been happening for a while. It's going to change. There's going to be a new ability to opt out of these things, but for people like me, for people like you, like tell me all about the thing that I don't know about. I'm that nerd who's like, yeah, like I didn't know I needed that thing. Like let's like I did not know I needed this many Legos behind me, but I did. And Lego figured it out. So here I
Yeah.
am.
Amazing. And so on that topic, like the AI in affiliate marketing, like how are you
Mhm.
guys using it? Maybe this is within AIM and what you guys are doing over there.
Sure, sure,
It is
sure.
it's still got this like weird connotation behind it. Like if you're using AI, you're cheating, and like it's not as
I get that.
transparent as it needs to be yet. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, for me and I think the team at AIM, we are very careful about how we use AI,
mhm,
specifically for those reasons, right? And I think a lot of it comes down to no one's sure what's okay yet. Like I'm sure those lawyers I talked about earlier were like, no one's gonna find me because I used AI to submit a brief. Well, it could happen, right?
yeah,
The FTC is putting out new guidelines every day about influencers, right? And who's contributing. if you don't think we're going to see AI influencers in the next couple of years, you're crazy,
Right,
right?
right.
Like, right. So for us, what we try to do is use AI as sort of a thought generation tool, right? Like when we think about B2B, like what are the key topics in the B2B industry right now from our perspective? And then we like to sort of look at what's AI have to say about it, right?
Mm,
And what I can tell you is Chat GPT thinks something totally different than Bard. And it's interesting to get these sort of perspectives that are outside of the echo chamber that is our team, right?
mhm.
So it is really valuable, I think, as a thought provoking tool, but I don't know that you want to use it to go and create large pieces of content. I
Yeah.
think that's a risk.
And today there are even AI systems that can find whether or not that content was written
Too
by
true. Too
AI.
true.
So
Too
they're
true.
checking, they're policing their own, if you will, like
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
which is an amazing advantage for like an affiliate manager that needs to check the work of the affiliates that they're working with.
Yeah. No, totally fair. I mean, and look, more and more tools are coming out day in and day out that are not purely linguistic tools or content generation tools, right? I mean, I saw a tool quite recently that maybe I'm giving away too much. I saw a tool quite recently that helps you automatically write an introduction to somebody like a cold email, right? Or
Okay.
a cold outreach on LinkedIn based on what's in their blog, right?
Yeah.
So it scans through a bunch of blog posts and then it says, hey, loved your post about this. Such a cool idea. Maybe you'd be interested in working with us on this, this, and this, right? And it's doing this at scale,
Hmm.
right? It's saying, oh, you give it a topic, it scans and finds all the sites that are related to it. What an interesting use, right? Like, you mean I don't need a team of cold callers? You've built a tool that does that, and it does a warm buy-in with somebody. Like AI is changing. That's for
Absolutely.
sure. That is for
Uh,
sure.
and you bring up tools that can use this, and like that's exactly what we're doing over at AffyStash. Like um they so this is like I haven't released any information about this, but I'm coming on board as the new CMO essentially
Oh,
of
congratulations. That's
AffyStash.
awesome.
And yeah, and we're making a better product for affiliate managers, and one of those
Love that.
innovations that we're utilizing AI with is to make it easier on the affiliate managers to be a little bit more relationship oriented by like finding those articles and
Yeah, it's that
relating to that
personal
topic.
touch, right?
Yes.
It's that personal touch. And look, I mean, I will say there was a time when LinkedIn was a great way to go find people. I,
Yeah.
it's not. It's
Until it wasn't.
saturated
Yeah.
with trash, right? Like, how many outreaches do you get on a regular basis that you have no idea who I am? You have no idea what I do as a business.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your reach is not a great move here. But yeah, look, I love that as an approach. That's so cool that you're going to be helping them out. So cool that you're going to be
Yeah.
helping them.
And I'm very excited about it. It's already an amazing tool, and I'm going to come on board and spread the good word about making this tool so much better for agencies and consultants
Awesome.
and in-house brands that are going to be able to utilize it as a CRM and as an outreach tool. So I'm very excited about that. But um, keeping on topic here, like the industry stats that we keep on seeing, the industry continues to grow. You're talking about 10% growth. Why does this number keep on rising, even though affiliate is just like it just keeps getting beaten down by the other channels internally on the marketing side? Like, why do we keep on
You know,
going up?
well, I think there's a few reasons, right? I think first and foremost, people want to put their marketing budgets into something that they can immediately say, I know the return on investment,
Mhm.
right? So I know if I spend $10,000 this month, it's because we made $100,000 and I just had a 10% payout, right? This ability to really tie that data back and say it's great because now I know this number of transactions happened, right? Do that same thing in other marketing channels. Do it in TV, do it in radio, do it in paper, do it in programmatic. At best, you're going to know a click happened. You're not going to know actually someone saw it, clicked on it, and they bought these 5 things in that shopping cart. That has value,
Mhm.
and it's always going to have value. It also is within reason, sort of economy proof, right? When the
Okay.
economy is a little shaky, what's the first place people pull back? Marketing. Well, why not put it into something that again sort of proof, right? Like I know we made these sales. So us spending a few bucks, if I know my cost per acquisition, it makes good sense. So I love that about this channel, and I think people adopt it in this channel. But I also think the problem that people just don't seem to understand is there's nothing new coming into the channel.
Mhm.
And that's the scary part to me, right? Yes, it's on the rise. More people are engaging. People are moving their budgets from social over to us, or when the economy's down, they move it from programmatic to us or TV to us. But my biggest concern, even though it is on the rise, what's the last big brand you can think of that was new to affiliate?
Hmm.
It's a tough question, right? It's a tough question. The last one that I could think of was, do you know the brand Zara? Sort of like a luxury brand.
I don't. No, I'm not in that space.
No, okay. So Zara's sort of a luxury clothing brand. That's the newest sort of biggest brand I could think of. They were new 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Okay.
I can't think of a brand that either isn't in the space or just they'll never be in the space.
Right.
So we have to convince people this is the place to be. This is the place to put your budgets.
Sure.
So yes, we've been on the rise, right? COVID, I don't like saying this. COVID helped affiliate,
For sure.
right?
100%.
Right. So COVID's now passed, right? So people are now going to start to distribute that wealth again or distribute those marketing budgets. So while it's been on the rise, it's my question is how do we keep it there? How do we keep it rising? And I think that's the thing that's being overlooked in our industry. We're not paying attention to what's really new to file or
Mm.
who's bringing more budget in still,
Yeah.
right? And those are the things that sort of keep me up at night.
and you bring up a good point of like, where's the next big brand? And when you're talking big brand, you're talking like 20 mil annual run rate, right? Like that would be like a base.
100
Yeah.
100 mil, right? Like how do we convince folks who are making cars that affiliate is a good channel for them, right? How do we convince CPG that this is a good place for them? Because they don't put enough into this channel, right? How do years ago, one of my former coworkers at Partner Eyes convinced, I think it was Chrysler, to jump in when they were first releasing electric cars, and we were helping create leads for people to sign up to go and do test drives. Well, what a natural fit this is. So you want me to collect information and drive people to your site to come and let's find you someplace where let's find you a dealership. Let's find you like, how have we not cracked some of those verticals?
Right.
When there are so many smart people in this industry. Like, I'm not the smart one. There are so many smart people in this industry. How are we not cracking, again, those glass ceilings and going, we should be chasing CPG. We should be chasing automotive, right? Let's get beyond retail, right? Like there's more out there for us.
Yeah.
We just have to get there.
And B2B is going to be one of those case studies for that opening up,
100%.
right?
100%. Yep. And again, there's with people like you, agencies like myself who are like saying we need to crack B2B. And to a certain extent, we think we have in certain areas, but it's this, it is the proof point, right? If
For
we
sure.
can do it for B2B, why can't we do it for these other verticals? Why aren't they putting more money in? But I think the important part of that is getting our voice heard and having other people outside of affiliate know, oh yeah, that affiliate thing, let's try that.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like when you go to an affiliate summit West, look, I mean, I've gone to too many of them. I know everyone there, right?
Yep.
I know everyone there. Although I will say this year, I've looked at the speaker list, phenomenal speaker list, and a lot of folks that I haven't seen speak before.
Yeah.
Really excited about that.
There's
But you know, it's like again, it's like an echo chamber, right? Like we're telling each other how great affiliate is.
yeah.
You don't have to convince me, man.
They're definitely
I'm on board.
up on the stages up there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Right. So how do we get out there and convince the CMO that doesn't know anything about affiliate? This is the place that you should throw some money, right? Don't throw it into a Facebook ad. Let us help you find some new opportunity.
Yeah, let's get that lead generation, that CPA down from your social ads that affiliate is
100%.
traditionally going to beat out every time. So
every time.
All right, switching gears, before we start wrapping things up, I want to talk about your transition into this president role over at an agency and like how you came on board at the top, and like you're looking down at the organization, like you've got a lot of skills that you can pass down to others within this organization. Like, what is like the affiliate manager training look like in an agency in comparison to like what a network traditionally does? Because I learned at a network.
Yeah.
And I don't know where you got your base learning, but like training affiliate managers is a different beast.
It is. And I think it comes back to what we were talking about earlier, right? Like I had been in digital marketing for years. I didn't know affiliate played as big a role as it does. So it's a question of there's two types of talent that you bring in when you're training. Is it somebody who doesn't know affiliate but has the right energy and the right attitude and is interested in being part of a culture? Because you can teach somebody affiliate, right? It'll take time, but you can educate them. You know, affiliate 101, right? Or do you bring somebody in who's been an affiliate for years and years and years and might be a little set in their ways, right? But you teach them the AIM way, right? Like this is the way we do things. I'm sure you saw it when you were at CJ. Everybody sort of has a different style. But the most important part is being genuine, being honest, telling everyone how important it is and reminding everyone how important it is to be transparent. Because I think that's part of the problem that affiliate faces. Historically, affiliates had a rough name at times, right? And I think the most important thing to train into people is be open, be honest, be transparent, want to make things better, have that good energy. And I think really what it comes down to is, are you teaching them affiliate or are you teaching them culture, if I may? And at least at AIM, we think culture is really important. We want people to come here and be excited to be here and be excited to work with the people they work with. It's part of the reason I'm here. It's part of the reason I jumped in, man.
Sarah has that vibe about her of driving that culture and transparency, and she's the best at it. I love it.
I couldn't agree more. And her team is the same way, right? The team that she built, I am now a part of, same way for sure.
Absolutely. And that brings us to my next point of our sponsor of the day is it's my own company. It is Performance Marketing Manager, and I have an inner circle. This is a membership for affiliate managers only. This community I built out over the years for course takers and communities uh, building up so you can have a much more powerful essence of where to get the right affiliates. Like, folks come into these meetings, I educate folks, and we also have a group of experts in this community that are helping each other. Twice a month we have networking events, we have breakout sessions. Everybody gets a chance to talk and about what issues they're facing, and all the rest of the group helps out each other. And it's just an incredible community. Go to dustinells.com/inner and find out more. The membership is just $97 a month if you just want to get some additional education and be a better affiliate manager. Come be a part of my inner circle. I would love to have you. And as we move forward, as we close up, I want to make sure that you have a chance to defend your post here today, Charlie.
Uh-oh.
So, um,
Okay. What post do you have for me, man? It's been a while. So
it's nothing. It's nothing serious. But thanks to DigiDay for voting us best affiliate tech partner. This is when you're at Partnerize. But the point here is not something you said, as to your look has not changed in 4 years. Like, I'm the guy that changes every month. Like, you never know what your face is going to look like. You have not looked different in all of the time that I have ever known you. Tell me, defend yourself. Why do you never change?
Good genes, right? Good genes, and not having to worry about an extensive hairdo, right?
Okay.
Like, you can keep it real. The hardest part of my hairdo is what's on my face. So
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty easy. And to be fair, if you put me next to a beautiful woman, like, and that was one of my former coworkers, Holly Brim, nobody pays attention to you. They pay attention to her.
All
Right.
right.
So yeah, no, I not much has changed. I will say, the waistline goes up an inch or two, but you don't see that in pictures. So
Yeah. What I
yeah.
hate most about Affiliate Summit being in January is I've got all my December weight on my face every time I show up.
Yeah, man. I spent some time with the family over Thanksgiving, and my mom, we call her Mama Liz. Mama Liz has a diner, man. It's just constantly food. Like, what do you want? What do you want? And it's basically like, she will make cookies, she will make chicken parm, but at the end of the day, the thing she serves up most is diabetes. She's just trying to get us, like, loaded with sugar and fat cheeks, man. Like, I love her to death. She's serving up that diabetes like a champ.
Oh my gosh. Good stuff, man. All right. How do we connect with you, Charlie?
You can come find me on our website, allinclusivemarketing.com. Come find me on LinkedIn. Would love to speak with you. I'll be at Affiliate Summit, so will a lot of my team members. Would love to meet you there. I'm pretty easy to find, Dustin. I'm this many years in. Just come find me. I'm not that hard.
Awesome. A lot of team members going to ASW.
We do. We have a pretty big team going. We really like to use this time to meet with our publishers and use this time to meet with our advertisers who are constantly attending these events. It's a lot easier to meet with 20 publishers and 10 advertisers in one place than it is to go to their offices or be in a region. So Affiliate Summit's great for that. So really looking forward to sort of having the whole team together for that.
Outstanding. All right. That's going to do it for us. Really appreciate your time and your input here. Loved our talk today. Charlie, we'll see you at ASW, buddy.
Thanks, Dustin. Talk to you soon, man.
All right. And join us Tuesday about Affiliate Nerd Out. I'm going to have Matt Frary come in and nerd out about, whatever he does. He does all the stuff.
He's a genius. He's a genius.
Got 5
He's
different
gonna have a million things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got loads of stuff to talk about.
Join us Tuesday, 12:15 Pacific time. And if I don't see you at Affiliate Summit, good luck out there, and take care.